Today, Sheikh Shahjahan was finally handed over to the CBI an hour ago. Who would have thought that the arrest and handing over of a man who is not even a corporator, leave alone an MLA, minister or MP, would be such big news? But it is. And it's thanks only to the TMC government in West Bengal. Because who would have thought that an entire state government and its police would move heaven and earth only to try and restrain the arrest of a man and him being given over to the CBI. A man who seems relatively insignificant in the scheme of things. And that too when this man, Sheikh Shahjahan, stands accused of committing or abetting heinous crimes, including those against women. And that is why today when the Prime Minister went to West Bengal, he was in Barasat, just 80 kilometers away from Sandeshkhali, where this man called Shahjahan Sheikh had unleashed a reign of terror. Today, standing in Barasat, the Prime Minister asked why. Why is West Bengal so desperate to shield the sinner of Sandeshkhali? Why are other constituents of INDIA quiet or ambivalent on the issue? And why have they decided to choose a vote bank over women? Most importantly, aren't all of these people today who decide to be silent on what women of Sandeshkhali are saying aware of the possible blowback this could invite, the desperation on display, the complete reluctance to try and take action against Shahjahan Sheikh? What is the message this is sending out to women as a whole, not just in Bengal, but across India?
यहाँ की टीएमसी सरकार को आपके दुख से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। संकट के समय बहने आसानी से शिकायत कर सके, इसलिए महिला हेल्पलाइन बनाई गई है। लेकिन टीएमसी सरकार इस व्यवस्था को यहां लागू नहीं होने दे रही है। ऐसी महिला विरोधी टीएमसी सरकार महिलाओं का कभी भला नहीं कर सकती। साथियों, भाजपा के इन प्रयासों के बीच इंडिया अलायंस क्या कर रहा है, ये भी देश को जानना जरूरी है। केंद्र की भाजपा सरकार बहन बेटियों के हित में जो भी प्रोग्राम बनाती है, इंडी गठबंधन की राज्य सरकारें उस पर ब्रेक लगा देती है। बीते 10 वर्षों में बीजेपी सरकार ने लगातार काम किया है। जनधन योजना के तहत करोड़ों बहनों के बैंक खाते खोले हैं, जिनमें से करीब 3 करोड़ लाभार्थी बहनें अकेले हमारे पश्चिम बंगाल की है। पूरा देश कह रहा है, पश्चिम बंगाल कह रहा है, हर माता बहन कह रही है, अब की बार जरा पूरी ताकत से बताइए, अब की बार एनडीए सरकार।
And here is the reason why I talk about women across the country. When the Prime Minister says women are his parivar, it's a message to not just Basirhat or Bengal. It's to all of India, of how some parties are making this conscious choice of shielding a man accused of a heinous crime. In elections this year, women will hold the key. According to poll panel data, in 2024, of the total 96 crore eligible voters, women constitute 47 crores or almost 50%. Cut to 2019. Even then, the turnout of women voters at 67.18% was higher than that of men, which was 67.01%. And according to a projection in a report by the SBI, by 2047, women will decide who is in Sarkar, who gets power, women are going to be in the driver's seat and will form 55% of the electorate. And today it was a section of these women who refused to be quiet anymore, who travelled all the way from Sandeshkhali to Barasat to the Prime Minister's rally and met him on the sidelines. Shockingly, they told of how all this while they had been threatened into silence.
আমাদের সন্দেশখালী মা বোনেদের যেসব অত্যাচার হয়েছে সমস্ত কিছুই ওনাকে বলেছি আমরা।
প্রধানমন্ত্রী কোনো আশ্বাস দিলেন?
হ্যাঁ, অবশ্যই উনি বলেছেন আমাদের পাশে থাকবেন, সন্দেশখালীর দুর্গাদের পাশে।
By the way, it's not as if the importance of women as a vote bank is lost on the West Bengal government either. Hours before the Prime Minister was to hold that rally, the Chief Minister made a massive announcement. A series of schemes which were rolled out for women. Asha workers' salary hiked by 750 rupees. That of Anganwadi workers was increased again by 750 rupees. And the salary of ICDS helpers was increased by 500 rupees. The message was very clear that in West Bengal, Didi is for women and Shahjahan Sheikh is only a blip on the radar. That should not be confused with the government's outreach to women directly.
বিপদে আপদে পাশে থাকে, ওদের জন্য 750 টাকা করে এপ্রিল মাস থেকে বাড়ানো হলো। দুই হচ্ছে যারা অঙ্গনারী ওয়ার্কার আছে তারাও 8,250 টাকার মতো পায় এরকম, তো ওদেরও 750 টাকা করে বাড়ানো হলো এপ্রিল মাস থেকে। আর যারা ICDS হেল্পার আছে তারাও 6,000 সামথিং পায় এবং তাদেরটাও 500 টাকা করে 1 এপ্রিল থেকে বাড়ানো হলো। তাদের জীবন শুভ হোক, ভালো হোক, আরো ভালো করে কাজ করুন, ভবিষ্যতে আরো সুযোগ সুবিধা পাওয়ার জন্য আমরা সবসময় মামাটি মানুষের সরকার আপনাদের সাথে ছিল, আছে এবং থাকবে।
Prime Minister appears to be very concerned about the women of Sandeshkhali. The allegations of the women of land grabbing and also other like sexual assault and things like that. So those are complaints which have been looked into by the West Bengal administration, by our Honorable Chief Minister. Arrests have been made. Police has been booking everybody. Women are being heard. And also the Women's Commission of the state has reached them. So we will continue. The investigations are on. Justice will be given. Pradhan Mantri has not reached Manipur, and there is a selective discrimination when it comes to reaching to BJP ruled states and non-BJP ruled states.
And so it all boils down to this. Will it be a message to 47 crore women across India? Will it hit home? Because on the one hand is damage control, where schemes are being rolled out. So which will finally hold sway? What happened in Sandeshkhali, the stories of those women, or the schemes that are now being rolled out for these very women? Joining us on the debate, Shazia Ilmi, national spokesperson of the BJP, Tushar Gupta, political analyst Kamruzaman Chaudhary, and political analyst MC Abbas. But my first question is to you, Dr. Santanu Sen, MP and national spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. Comparisons have been made with what happened in Manipur, with Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, etc. Yes, these are crimes, heinous crimes. Those trials are underway. What stands out, though, is the very different reaction to Shahjahan Sheikh. The frenzy with which Shahjahan Sheikh was shielded. The fact that there was an appeal that was made to the Supreme Court for urgent hearing yesterday, and then at 1:30 or 2 o'clock again in the morning, of which hearing happened today. Santanu Sen, have you heard of any other government going to Supreme Court saying, don't arrest this man, don't arrest this man?
There are two issues. So far, the arrest of Shahjahan Sheikh is concerned. It has been clearly mentioned by our National General Secretary that it was delayed because of one stay order issued by court. And once the stay order has been removed, we said he will be arrested within 10 days. Instead of 10 days, he was arrested within 72 hours, number one.
That was a wrong argument. And the Calcutta High Court yesterday clarified that that was a wrong argument.
Certainly, that's not a wrong argument. Even a summon could not have been. Even a summon could not have been issued.
No,
I completely disagree to what you say.
I'm not saying, sir. The Calcutta High Court said. Now let's talk on facts. Let me ask you this. Yesterday, the Calcutta High Court said very categorically, hand over Shahjahan Sheikh to CBI. At 5 p.m., why wasn't Shahjahan Sheikh handed over to the CBI?
Because our government moved to Supreme Court. Each and every government, each and every individual has got the right to move to the higher court, number one. Number two, so far the handing over to CBI is concerned, do you think that CBI is competent enough? Several times court has said that yes, state administration is much more competent than CBI. What is the conviction rate of CBI?
Now let me come to a few more facts,
sir. You are not allowing me to speak. You are repeatedly interfering.
No, sir.
You are repeatedly interfering.
You raised two issues, so let me counter that with facts. Sir, I'm giving facts.
You are repeatedly This is not done.
I'm giving facts.
Every time you interfere me.
Okay, finish your point. Then I will come back with a few facts to your first argument.
That's true. Fine, fair enough. Number two, there were 27 CBI cases in last 2 years. Not a single case could see the daylight. Number three, CBI is absolutely partial. That's why they do not touch Shubhendu Adhikari, whose name is there very much in the CBI affair. And last but not the least, CBI is not at all honest because Lalon Sheikh died in the custody of CBI and his wife complained that CBI officers asked for 50 lakhs rupees as a bribe. So an institution which is neither competent, nor honest, nor impartial, which we can certainly say our state authority is much more competent than the present CBI institution.
Even if the Calcutta High Court thinks otherwise. Anyway, I'll come to that in just a second. Your first argument, sir, that yesterday Shahjahan Sheikh was not handed over to the CBI because you had moved the Supreme Court. That argument was debunked by the Calcutta High Court today in its order. Let me read to you what the Calcutta High Court has said. The order dated 5th March 2024 was duly communicated to concerned authorities by CBI, but taking a plea that special leave petition is in contemplation, the order, which was supposed to be enforced by 4:30, was sought to be avoided. Or in other words, its implementation was intended to be postponed. The moment the court has passed the final verdict or an interim order directing the party to do a thing or abstain from doing certain thing, it does not absolve such party against whom such interim order is passed to violate the aforesaid order or postpone its enforcement in the garb of taking steps to challenge the said order before a higher forum. So to simplify for our viewers, what the Calcutta High Court today has said, when an order has been communicated to you, you cannot stop the implementation of that order in the garb of we've gone to Supreme Court. This is what the Calcutta High Court has said, that your argument, Dr. Sen, does not fly. So why did you take this argument?
Again, I repeat, each and every individual or each and every government, they have got the right to move to the higher authority. And until and unless we got the judgment from the higher authority, we didn't hand over. It's quite natural.
No, it's not natural. It's contempt.
It's
contempt. Today you stand accused of contempt of court. You've been given 2 weeks to reply. You stood in contempt of court, and that is the risk you took in order to shield Shahjahan Sheikh. And today the entire country is asking, sir, why?
Unlike BJP, our party never steals people like Shahjahan Sheikh. You cannot cite a single example where in a BJP ruled state the accused BJP leader can be arrested by BJP administration. Sir, but we can show you several such examples in our state of West Bengal.
Sir,
you can't say that we have shielded Shahjahan Sheikh.
You are not answering me a simple question. Why did you not hand over Shahjahan Sheikh yesterday to the CBI when the Calcutta High Court today explicitly is saying you committed contempt of court? What is so special about Shahjahan Sheikh that you were willing to commit contempt of court in order to save him?
If you ask me the same question, my answer will be the same. If you ask me the same question, once again I repeat, Trinamool Congress believes in zero tolerance to corruption and they do it.
Okay.
They do it, unlike BJP. Once again, I repeat, Uttam Sardar, Shibu Hajra, they belong to Trinamool Congress, but they were arrested. Shahjahan Sheikh belongs to Trinamool Congress, but he was arrested. Unlike
after
the BJP
55 days.
in Gujarat,
after 55
who is accused
days.
of rape, but who has not been arrested by the BJP administration.
And about,
unlike Brij Bhushan, the sexual assaulter who has not been arrested by BJP administration.
And about the alacrity or the lack of it, also the Calcutta High Court has said very interesting things. I will read that out in just a second. But Shazia Ilmi, today the Chief Minister said, if there is one government which cares for women, it is us. And the fact is that women have overwhelmingly voted for the Trinamool Congress. Why? Because they give cycles to young girls, they have a Kanya Shri Yojana, they ensure that cooperative societies which are largely run by women get money. Women in West Bengal like the TMC. Today those women were given more money. Anganwadi workers, Asha Didis. Why will they believe you and not the TMC?
Does any of this take away from the horrors of what women of Sandeshkhali have endured? Can anybody live down the atrocities that have happened there, not just with women but men, and also the way women have been taken hostage, brought to the TMC office, the political office, and been sexually exploited, and not just that, how they have used fear as a weapon and terrorized these women and grabbed land. How can Mamata Banerjee government live it down and ever speak for women? With what face? After what they've done, after how they've been seen shielding Shahjahan Sheikh. You tell me, Padmaja, is it even possible for anybody in TMC to ever be able to defend or talk about or recognize a stand for women? But to hold their head in shame, hang your head in shame and say, oh my God, the woman chief minister did not even have time to listen to almost 50 women. So what was the political compulsion? What does this man have that Mamata Banerjee just cannot, fears losing him? Why was he given a safe house? Why did it take more than 55 days? There was initially an ED summon against him, if you remember, on the ration matter. And is there something there? Why was Mamata Banerjee protecting him for so long? And Mamata Banerjee can talk about women and give any doles of charity. But the fact of the matter was, we saw what happened. Either it's vote bank politics, and if that is so, it is really disgusting. And I feel sad that any Muslim would want to have Shahjahan Sheikh as a symbol.
Dr. Sen, today the Prime Minister travelled all the way from Delhi and met 5 women from Sandeshkhali. Many people are wondering why the Chief Minister of the state hasn't met those women. She is in Bengal.
Our party has taken their delegation time and again. Our government officials have gone there. They have started solving their problem. Our BDOs and our local administration, they have reached out to the people who are suffering in Sandeshkhali.
Has the MP gone there? The sitting MP is a lady. Has the Member of Parliament of Trinamool Congress gone there? She's a lady. Has she gone to Sandeshkhali?
Our party stood by them. Our local administration stood by them. BDO went there. Several camps were being operated in that particular area of Sandeshkhali.
Sir, the BDO has gone.
Already.
But has the Member of Parliament gone? Has the Chief Minister gone? If the Prime Minister can travel from Delhi to Barasat, surely people can travel from Kolkata to Basirhat.
Yeah, why can't our Prime Minister travel to Manipur? Why can't our Prime Minister travel to Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Tripura, Assam? Why only Bengal? Why only Bengal? Just to malign Bengal? Just because they cannot win over Bengal politically. That's why he will be coming here like seasonal bird and he will be igniting fire. Why only Bengal? Why not Manipur? You answer my question.
Okay, Tushar Gupta, when we are talking about these 48 crore women who are going to be casting their vote this year, some of those women would be in Uttar Pradesh, some of those women would be in Manipur. Then can you say that Sandeshkhali is going to be a message that resonates with them as well? Because they will say, what about us? Nobody came and visited us.
Good evening, Padmaja. You know, it's ironic, it's sad, it's rather almost hurting that a couple of days from now we'll be celebrating Women's Day, and just before me, the previous panelist speaking or representing the TMC says that just because the BJP cannot crack Bengal politically, they are making all this up. What is going on in Sandeshkhali should shame all of us, But more importantly, it should shame the Chief Minister of Bengal, who should have taken urgent action. When the first news came out of Sandeshkhali, it was said, "Arey, wahan to RSS BJP ka camp hai, wahan se khabrein aati rehti hai, manufacture hoti hain." The women were speaking out their pain, their helplessness against this one man, and it was said, "Arey, ye to RSS ka camp hai." Then a newly elected Rajya Sabha MP from the party makes a video saying that the BJP is trying to demean or paint a wrong picture about West Bengal, about some spectacular governance model of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. It was discarded, Padmaja. The horrific tales that were told by the women were discarded. It wasn't until the pressure from the courts that the arrest of Shahjahan Sheikh was made. No one really cared about arresting him. And today, when the agencies are getting involved, and mind you, the CBI custody is for the attack on the ED officers, not for the, for the crimes that have been committed against the women there. And yet, the TMC party is saying, "अरे आप तो बंगाल को बदनाम कर रहे हो, आपके पास कोई पुख्ता सबूत नहीं." अरे आप उन महिलाओं की बात सुनिए, आपको मणिपुर की महिलाओं की बात सुनिए, आप उनकी भी सुनिए, पर बंगाल में क्या हो रहा है आप उसकी बात तो सुनिए। आप कह रहे हमें पता नहीं था, सालों साल से ये सब हो रहा है, आपका गवर्नेंस क्या? अगर आपको पता नहीं कि संदेशखाली में क्या हो रहा है, जब आपको पता चला आप कहते हैं बीजेपी कहानियां बना रही है, जब कोर्ट आपको कहती है कि उसे अरेस्ट करिए, उसकी कस्टडी सीबीआई को दीजिए, आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट का बहाना लगाते हैं। माय फाइनल क्वेश्चन, Padmaja, is why is this one man so important for the government of West Bengal that they are shielding him at the cost of women of Sandeshkhali, of Bengal? Why is this man so important for the TMC?
That really is the million-dollar question. And you go to Basirhat, any local person will tell you, this man used to be the Harmad in CPM. Local lingo for a man who is a strong man, who ensures that people are herded into polling booths and vote for who they are asked to vote for. Now he does the same thing for TMC. That's what local law is. Today, MC Abbas, when the women were being taken to Barasat to meet the Prime Minister, they actually came and narrated tales of how even today they were being stopped from going to the rally. 5 women went and met the Prime Minister. Only 5 managed to actually make it to Barasat. Look at what one of them said.
ওদের মতো করে আমাদের ভুল পথে রাস্তায় নিয়ে গিয়ে আমাদেরকে রাস্তার মধ্যে আটকে রাখা হয় এবং আমাদের মোদিজির সাথে আমাদের দেখা করতে না দেওয়ার জন্য এই প্ল্যানটা করেছিল, সেটাই ওরা সফল হয়েছে। আমাদের সন্দেশকালীন মা বোনেরা কোনো দিন যাতে কারো সহযোগিতা না পায় সেই জন্য ওরা এই চালটা খেলেছিল।
Why are these women being stopped even today from coming and meeting the Prime Minister, MC Abbas?
Padmaja ji, be it any woman of any beautiful state of India, no woman must be stopped. But the fact is, we need to understand here, Padmaja ji, हकीकत छुप नहीं सकती, छुपाने से महक उठ नहीं सकती कागज के फूलों से. The fact is, Modi ji, I heard his speech, a speech of women empowerment, a speech of the greatness of women. He also spoke about Mahila Helpline. I'd like to know from Modi ji or the Bharatiya Janata Party or Nirmala Tai or Smriti Irani ji, where was this Mahila Helpline when Sakshi Malik was out there on the streets of Delhi? Why such a long delay on taking action against Brij Bhushan Singh? You take him on, but you again bring his aide, Sanjay Singh. There is a duplicity and hypocrisy that I see here when a Smriti Irani becomes a flag bearer of Indian women. But Rajaji, you did great stories. Times Now did great stories on this and ensured Brij Bhushan Singh is removed. But the deafening silence and the selectivity of Shazia Ilmi, of Smriti Irani, of Nirmala Sitharaman, even when it comes to the Me Too case, none of them spoke against MJ Akbar.
So is it okay then, because all politicians are the same, for a state government to actively collude? Let me actually also read out some more things from the order today of the Calcutta High Court. Startling facts have been revealed about the role of the police administration, more particularly the Criminal Investigation Department. The division bench observed that the state police has played a hide-and-seek methodology in all probability to shield the accused, who is undoubtedly a highly influential political personality. And that's why the entire investigation is required to be done by the CBI. For the state police to be told that you are playing hide-and-seek, for the state police to be told that the CID has played a dubious role. What does this say about the attitude of the government, sir? Is this all going to be attributed to whataboutery saying, oh, Brijbhushan Sharan Singh also happened, so this is also okay? A state police is colluding in shielding this man.
I will tell you, Padmaja ji, politics is such that when we see, we need to call out the wrongs. I definitely do not stand with Shahjahan Sheikh. But what about Shazia Ilmi ji? Why was her deafening silence, Smriti Irani, when it comes to Brijbhushan Singh? Let's call out, be it a BJP or TMC. What is wrong. And you must take action against such men who bring about atrocities against women. Why selectivity?
But that is the point, sir. That Brijbhushan Sharan Singh has multiple, in fact, he has 2 FIRs, one based on what the lady said, the other based on what a minor said. He is being tried in a court of law. But as far as Shahjahan Sheikh is concerned, for the longest time, there wasn't even an FIR. Let me actually show you how even the arrest of Shahjahan Sheikh was done in order to keep him safe. Let me show you the ways in which the government and the police has actively colluded in trying to shield Shahjahan Sheikh. Now, let's go to that graphic quickly. How his arrest was done by the CID in order to keep him safe. Yes. So, High Court ordered the handing over of Shahjahan to CBI. That did not happen. So, that was the first attempt. State CID refused. TMC government then approached the Supreme Court, said the matter is in the higher court, we cannot do. To stop the handover to the central agency. Then over 40 cases were pending against Shahjahan Sheikh. Believe it or not, viewer, it is in the one case of the beating up of ED officers that Shahjahan Sheikh was eventually arrested. Why? Because this is the case that the CBI was investigating. So the state police thought, let us take Shahjahan into custody before the CBI does. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, to actually say, we will take custody of Shahjahan so that the CBI doesn't, what does this say about the actions of the state police?
Now, Padmaja, it's very unfortunate that the image of the state government and the state administration and the police has taken a very, very severe beating because of this Sandeshkhali, how the state government and the district administration have handled the entire episode. Nevertheless, you know, this is a very big political game going out here in Sandeshkhali. Here, Bashirat has got 7 assembly segments, out of which Minakha and Sandeshkhali are basically reserved constituencies, assembly constituencies, and the rest are minority-dominated constituencies. Now, prior to the Sandeshkhali story breaking out, most of the psephologists had predicted a single-digit figure for BJP in the parliamentary elections 2024. Now, you know the stated stand of Mamata Banerjee not joining the India Alliance so far, and I really hope that she doesn't join us in the India Alliance. Now, the interesting part here is that she has already stated earlier many number of times to bring up BJP and fight. She is very much scared of the only fact that the core vote bank of Mamata Banerjee is going to split between the Congress CPM combined and her party. That is the worst fear. Now what she brings up the bungled up handling of the Sandeshkhali episode, brings the BJP or rather gives the BJP in a platter an issue which should not have been there in the first place. You as a government, the upholder of the law, should not be seen as upholding or protecting a criminal like Shahjahan Sheikh.
Are you saying Mamata Banerjee is bungling the Sandeshkhali investigation so that the BJP gets a election issue?
Yeah, Padmaja, you have reported from Bengal on the ground itself on a number of elections, and you know how it pans out. In 2021, you know how the minority wave shifted towards Mamata Banerjee just because of the fear that the BJP is going up on a huge number. Now, this is the play card that she is trying to play in Bengal. Try to divide the core vote bank. She will not accept, and she is not allowing. That is the reason why she has given BJP on a platter.
So that has to be a really convoluted political theory that Mamata Banerjee gets wrapped by the Calcutta High Court, is asked by the whole country, why are you not listening to women of Sandeshkhali, only in order to give the BJP a plank in order to subvert the Congress's chances. That has to be the most bizarre conspiracy theory ever. But Why is the BJP bringing up Sandeshkhali again and again and making it a national issue? For that, we need to take a look at the 22 seats in the last Lok Sabha elections where the BJP was at number 2. Remember, 18 seats the BJP won, but the real crucial figure is the remaining 22 seats where it was the runner-up, including Arambagh, where it was a very close number 2. That, incidentally, has a woman MP from the TMC representing them, and the difference in vote share was less than 3%. BJP was at 41% and TMC was at 44%. The point that I'm trying to make is that 18 seats were won by the BJP. There are 22 seats where they lost. They came second by a close margin, and this is the gap they are trying to close, because these are also seats which have high number of women voters. Isn't it a little cynical then, Shazia Ilmi, to try and use Sandeshkhali to cover up this gap that you have in West Bengal?
So first of all, I would like to say, Padmaja, that the whole idea is to have a connect with people everywhere. And there are people and there are detractors of BJP who say there are no issues. So shouldn't women's security be an issue? Shouldn't BJP talk about that? Shouldn't BJP be out there for the women who really don't belong to any particular party? If at all they belong, they were part of the TMC cadres, but who are crying out for help, being in such distress, and that BJP should not talk about it and make it a national issue and make sure that the agency are in place, that they get justice. I think it's not just the duty of BJP, it's the duty of every citizen who's watching this story of horror. And the very fact that BJP supports these women, like any and every party should, and I'm sure other parties do. The question is, why wouldn't TMC support these women? That is the issue for me. I think it's a given that everybody, all of us there, should be supporting these women. Look at these stories. I mean, something happens to me when I hear some of these, because whatever little Bangla I know, it's just very disturbing to hear these accounts. So if BJP is talking about issues and is indulging in issue-based campaign or advocacy for its elections, what is the harm? I mean, in fact, this should be made an issue. These are the real issues that people face. In all, and these are Adivasi women. They're the poorest of the poor. The land is being snatched.
And that being said, I have to say that in the BJP, Shazia Ilmi, since she's on the panel, is one of the very few people in the party who actually wrote in support of Bilkis Bano. At a time when those accused in her case had been given parole, Shazia Ilmi actually did write in her support and said that these men belong behind bars. But it's not just about the TMC. I want you to listen to how members of INDIA have remained ambivalent. On every other issue, they will say they went to Hathras, rightly so. They went to other places like Kanpur, other places where there were crimes against women. But when they were asked about how Shahjahan Sheikh has been given a long rope, here's how they have reacted.
मेरा मानना ये है कि अब समय ऐसा आ गया है कि जो केंद्रीय एजेंसियां हैं, चाहे वो सीबीआई हो, चाहे वो ईडी हो, चाहे वो इनकम टैक्स हो, राज्य सरकारों को उनके ऊपर कोई भरोसा नहीं रहा है, कोई विश्वास नहीं रहा है, और ये देश के लिए बहुत खतरे की घंटी है कि इतनी बड़ी बड़ी एजेंसियों के ऊपर सवालिया निशान लग गया है। केंद्र सरकार को इनकी छवि सुधारने के लिए कुछ बड़े कदम उठाने चाहिए।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने मजाक बना रखा है सीबीआई का, ईडी का, इनकम टैक्स का। भाई, जो आपराधिक घटना हुई है संदेशखाली में, उसकी जांच राज्य की सरकार कर रही है। सारे अभियुक्त पकड़े गए हैं, उनको जांच करने दीजिए। आप अपनी सिर्फ वोटों की राजनीति चमकाने के लिए, हिंदू मुसलमान करने के लिए अपराधियों का भी वर्गीकरण कर रहे हैं।
देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी वो बंगाल पे बोलते हैं तो देश सवाल पूछता है कि आप मणिपुर पे क्यों खामोश थे। संसद पे भी जब आपने 2 घंटे बोला तो मणिपुर पे आप 2 मिनट नहीं बोले। इसलिए देश की जनता जानती कि केवल और केवल राजनीति महिला सुरक्षा के नाम पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी करती है।
Quite sad that it takes a Congress leader from West Bengal to still stridently continue to say people like Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, people like Kamruzaman Chaudhary, at least still have the spine to stand up and say this is miscarriage of justice. Thanks very much, all gentlemen. Shazia Ilmi for joining me on Debate 1.